Okay, so I got a pretty exciting one. I bought a B9 Audi A4. Ever since I've had it, it's had a P2563 code, which is a turbocharger boost control performance code, whatever it reads. Mainly it would happen, and it would reset every time you turn the car off, turn it back on. If you were low or kind of just mid throttle, just kind of roll into it, it would trip that code, a drive system fault or whatever they call it. Just kind of roll out of a corner and just roll into the throttle, come into boost, it would trip it almost every single time. Did a bunch of research. Lots of times it said turbocharger. There's actually a rebuild kit for the actuator arm. New bushing, new arm, welded on, whatever. The kit, I was gonna do it. Figured I'd start messing around with some stuff. If it was a range that was out of range, thinking it wanted more boost, or what. And so I messed around with it a bit tonight. All right, don't mind how dirty it is. Okay, so right down here, you got your turbo down there. There's an adjustable arm going to the wastegate actuator. So this is the arm that moves, opens and closes the flap, the wastegate flapper there. It's actually threaded and it spins. So 10 mil wrench right down here. I actually tightened it up, so sucked it in a little bit. I sucked it in too far right off the bat, and almost immediately, right when I got on the gas, it threw a code for the one that I've never seen. It was actually an engine light code saying that the actuator went all wacky. So I actually just took a wrench with me, loosened it off a little bit. I don't know how to give you an actual amount that I loosened it off. I just figured I'd keep trying. So it did make a difference. The first pull that I did, it tripped that code. So I backed it off a little bit and pushed the rod out a tiny bit, took some relief off it from being too tight in. And then I did a couple pulls, and right away, the same thing I would have done, just rolled into the throttle. It didn't trip the code. So I did a couple more, and then all of a sudden I just rolled straight in, matted it around the corner, and it tripped it. So I stopped again, just did a tiny little adjustment, just pushed that arm out a little bit more, and I ripped on it for a little while, and it hasn't come on yet. So I'm not saying it's a for sure thing, but I've never seen that code not come on, and I was just driving it harder than I have. So give it a try. Hope it helps.